This week, and today's topic is understanding forecast information. And who better to explain that than our most accurate weather team? Mirage's Lee Southwick is on your side tonight with key terms you'll want to know.
That's right, Anthony. So we have a couple of different topics that we cover for today's theme. First thing is focusing on the impacts, regardless of the size of the storm. We know that the #1 killer in hurricanes, that's water, whether it's storm surge or flooding rain. And you can have deadly flooding in a Category 1 hurricane, so don't focus on the category. Also, know that those hazards can happen well outside of the cone. The cone only shows the center of the storm, and as we have gotten more accurate in our forecasting and our trajectory, then that cone gets more narrow, and eventually you have most of your impacts outside of the cone, so you can get very strong bands that wrap outside of that cone that could bring damaging wind gusts, tornadoes, as well as, of course, the flooding, the rip currents. Also, you need to know the difference between a watch and a warning, and you can get more on that on firstcoastnews.com. But for now, I'm going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Tim Deegan, because another topic with today's theme is get your information from a reliable source. And Tim, we know that
yeah, even the Hurricane Center says your local forecasters are the most reliable source. So folks, we're not just trying to say that because we want you to come here, but if for no other reason, because information and forecasts on hurricanes can change quickly, we can change it quickly for you. Whereas, here's another way to say it. The broader the source you go, maybe to the national outlets, this is not being critical for them, but they're kind of like big ships, and it's tougher for them to change. And so we do know, the National Hurricane Studies, on where there have been good forecasts and where people have gotten bad information. Very often, if you go to the national outlets, the information tends to be 6 to 12 hours old. And when it comes to especially evacuating from a hurricane, that can definitely cause some problems. I do want to give some brief